Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? In the land, the snow is glistening. We're singing a song as we go along, walking in the winter wonderland. See, I done messed up and found me a llama Christmas sweater with bells on it. Me. Y'all know y'all gonna hear these bells ring-a-ling-a-linging. Look at me. I told you all, everybody who knows me very well, everybody who knows me, know that December is my season. Holiday season is my time. I'm very festive, never bah humbug. I try to avoid all the bah humbug because I am holly and jolly over here. Peace and blessings, jolly old humans. Peace and blessings, jolly old fantastic humans. And season's greetings to everyone that's tuning in. Welcome to another installment of Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware, Season 2, Episode 15. Yes, this is the 15th episode of my very beloved, very demure, very mindful, very cutesy show, better known as Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware, where here we discuss mental health on a whole new level. I am your beautifully melanated, also animated, and very educated host by the name of DeAndre Morris. I don't know what that was for. By the name of DeAndre Morris Jr. Hello. How is everybody? I'm sorry, by the way, I'm sorry that I was 6 minutes late coming on. This place that I live in, my little place that I've made, my cozy, humble abode, the lighting is very weird in here. So I know it seems kind of dark, but I have to make sure that the lighting is right before I go live on any episode in this place, in my house, because I'm really just over the lighting. I'm going to make sure that the lighting is fixed come 2025. Hello, everybody. I know I'm sitting here complaining about my lighting, but I'm still happy and festive and holly and jolly and walking in the winter wonderland, and it's the most wonderful time of the year. That is very me right now. As you notice, I did not open up with a song. I don't know what's going on without losing my credibility on YouTube, because kudos to YouTube. Because if it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't be able to have expanded my audience the way I have, and more people have been watching. I kid you not, ever since coming over to YouTube from Facebook Live, I've been over here since June of 2024 all the way till December of 2024. Right now, I've had 80,000 views on everything that I've posted on here. I cannot say that for the Book of Faces. My audience was very slim, I love my audience, but it wasn't growing. Ever since I started season 2 over here at the YouTube, my audience has really grown magnanimously, and I thank YouTube for that. However, it's something with the music. So I am going to, before season 3 starts, well, when season 3 starts, I'm going to have my own original theme song. I have a few producers here in Minneapolis that I can contact that can produce me a short 20 to 30 second intro song that will be my original track. I will be able to play it anytime before and after the episode. Because if you don't have copyrights to certain music and certain songs, they will not play on the episode once it's uploaded. And I'm glad that I do have avid listeners and an avid audience that watches this every week, avidly, because one of my viewers actually told me that last week. He had ran into me and told me that he could not, hey, people coming in, shaboing boing. he had told me that he watched the episode. He said, well, it was a few weeks ago that he saw it, and it was a Christmas type of deal. And I said, no, I've only done one Christmassy episode with the feng shui and my cute little sweater, and that was just last Friday. So I'm glad that I'm very glad and very grateful to people who are actually viewing this show regularly every single week. Whenever I have an episode available, people are really viewing this. So because of that, I am forever grateful for you. But because of me having avid watchers, like avid followers, one of my followers told me that they couldn't even hear the song that I played, which was White Christmas by the Drifters, the same exact song that Macaulay Culkin sang in the mirror in the bathroom on Home Alone Part 1. The same exact song. He was singing in a brush, and I played that song, and they blocked it on here. So without burning any bridges with YouTube, because I really appreciate everything that YouTube has done for my show, my platform, and my viewership, I'm just going to figure out what the song protocol is, and then I'll go back to playing songs. Otherwise, I'm just going to have my own originally produced track as my theme song. So be on the lookout for that in season 3. But hello, come on in the room. It's another installment of Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware. I just had to give that little tangent because with this being a mental health broadcast, people are used to tuning in at 7. Not 7:08, not 7:10, not 7:12, but 7. And if I come on a little late, people get to wondering what's going on. So yes, audience, I do apologize for being 6 minutes late. It's the music thing and the lighting, but I'm here. I am going to figure this out, but I'm here. It is the holiday season. It is. It is the holiday season. It is the season of being cheerful. It's the season for being giving. It's the season for being loving and kind. But it is a lot of bah humbug spirits out here, primarily because of the election results. Some people are seriously going through because they have lost some loved ones around the holidays, including myself, who lost my grandfather on Christmas Eve in 1997. But I still try to do the best I can to stay festive and bright because it's the holidays and people expect you to be festive and bright around the holiday season. So I'm going to do the very best I can to keep my head up with my gold sequins hats with my ball. I'm a mess, I know. But we are here. We are here. We do have some things to talk about this episode. I love you all for watching. Everybody that's continuing to tune in, including people who stopped me in the street and, well, I couldn't hear that song at the beginning of the episode. I love you. You know who you are. I know you're watching right now, so I know you know who you are. I really adore and appreciate your being. I really do. I appreciate your existence. Everybody who continues to tune in, I appreciate your existence, and I appreciate you for being a supporter of mine. You know, you're here for my antics, you're here for my festivity, and I love you for that. I love you for loving me. See, look, I'm doing too much. Doing too much over here. Okay. Before I move forward, I always make sure that I let everyone know that I am available. I am here on YouTube. I am here on the U of the Tube. So even though you don't have to have a YouTube account to find this video and tune in to my episodes, it would be great if you would like and subscribe to the channel. So not only you will be abreast of new episodes when they drop, but also my randomly dropped gems when they become available. I want you all to be a part of the Your Mental Health Matters phenomenon. I want you all to be a part of the Your Mental Health Matters family. So please, please, please like and subscribe to my channel. That is at PHOCALPOINT numeral 2. Again, that is at Focal Point 2. Most people ask, where did I get the Focal Point? That's my line name in my fraternity. Kudos to Delta Phi Upsilon Fraternity Incorporated, proudly established on January 15th, 1985 in Tallahassee, Florida. That is my line name. You see I had to sit. You see I had to. But yes, that is my fraternity name. I do use Focal Point because when it was given to me when I knew that it was supposed to be given to me. You know, I always pay attention to everything. My focal point is always available. My focal point is always, my eyes and my ears stay open, which is how I got my line name. So again, please like and subscribe to the channel at Focal Point 2. You can also email me. I've been receiving some good emails from you all. Some emails I don't want to read, but I have been receiving some very great messages. Please, please be sure that if you want to stay connected with me beyond the show or my randomly dropped gems, it is at ymhmsma@gmail.com. Again, YMHMSMA, which stands for Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware, @gmail.com. No hate mail, no negative energy. You can see how festive I am on this camera right now. This is not the season for hate mail. Even if you're in a funk, keep the funk over there. Like, seriously. Because I'm not in that mood right now. I accept all positive affirmations. I accept all positive energy. Or even if you want to vent about something that you want to discuss one-on-one in the email, like a month ago when the individual had sent me an email. They moved from one city to another city, and they needed some HIV references, some references and some services for HIV meds and care, HIV medications, or what have you. I really appreciate letters like that. And I'm always going to be here because my primary focus is HIV because I'm known as the HIV guy, but I'm really trying to develop this platform so I could go beyond HIV and AIDS talk, go beyond STI talk. We got more things we need to discuss other than HIV and STIs because social determinants of health are a part of that conversation. Mental health is a part of that conversation. I don't know why I'm doing this right now, like I'm Vanna White and I'm turning letters at Wheel of Fortune, but let me be in my Vanna White mood right now. But on a serious note, I'm here. So again, ymhmsma@gmail.com. Please send me anything that your heart desires other than negative energy. The negative energy is not accepted over here. I understand that social media has been what it has been. I understand that it's Twitter trolls, Facebook trolls, TikTok trolls. I understand that. But don't troll your ass over here. And I meant what I said, and I said what I said. Like, don't do the trolling. I'm not for that. Because the trolling has really got to come to a stop. This episode, we're gonna talk. So I'm gonna put a pin in that, what I just said, and we're gonna move forward. So when we get into the segment, the topic of the week, I'll get into the trolling thing in a minute because I got a bone to pick with trolls. Yeah, I said it. I got a bone to pick with these internet trolls who want to bully people behind no profile picture. You're using stock photos from Shutterfly or stock photos off the internet to become trolls on the internet, and I'm gonna put a pin in that. But yes, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. New episodes are every week, and randomly dropped gems are randomly dropped I don't randomly drop gems every single day. Hence the name randomly drop gems, because they're randomly dropped at any given time. So please be a part of my conglomerate. I love you for watching. You know, this is my favorite segment. This is my favorite segment of the week. The mental wellness check segment. I need to make sure that my audience is always not just tuned in, but alert. And you can't be alert if your mental wellness is depleting, like your wellness is very low. You can't really be tuned in and be here, like be aware and be alert with me. So mental wellness check segment. Let me know how you're feeling in the comment section. Let me know how you're feeling. Even if you don't see the emoji that corresponds with your mood, are you feeling really good today? Are you feeling anxious? Are you having a really tough time? Do you need to reach out to me for support, or you don't know how to feel? Let me know in the comment section. Mental wellness check segment. Since this is where we are, and we talk about my mental wellness, let me wet my whistle as I move my bang. This water's so good. Y'all, I made the best picture of Kool-Aid an hour ago before I got on here. I was stirring that Kool-Aid and it smelled like a picture of Jolly Ranchers. I kid you not. I'm like, I love Kool-Aid. I do. I love Kool-Aid just as much as Kel Mitchell loved orange soda on Kenan and Kel. I do. Ooh. Love me some Kool-Aid. And I be so happy when I make some really good pictures of Kool-Aid. And I taste that Kool-Aid and I be like, well, that's one thing I know how to do right, is make some Kool-Aid. But since we're in the mental wellness check segment, I've been feeling really good. I have. It's December. It's the holiday season. I'm festive. I'm merry. I'm bright. However, when we get to the self-care management segment, I'm going to let you all know what's been going on. Mentally, I've been amazing. I have been. I still don't have a car. I don't know if I've mentioned that on a previous episode, but I'm still not mobile. It's been a few months since I haven't been mobile. But for somebody who hasn't been mobile, I'm really, really happy. It's the holidays. Why should I let me not having a vehicle right now get me down during the holidays? I'm not going to do that. I'm not. I want to stay here and help make sure that I keep other people lifted. So I'm trying to read the comments while I'm talking. I am trying to stay here and make sure that I keep people lifted and quit doing this, because I want y'all to see my llama. I want y'all to see I want you all to see that. Love my little llama sweater. I found her in September. You know, I saw her. I say, ooh, I need her. So she cute. I don't know what brand she is. She is a Christmas sweater, though. She's a real cute little sweater. But I've been merry and bright. I really have. And like I said in last week's episode, I love my family. I do. I love every single one of them. I know there will be family members that will eventually tune into this episode in March of next year. Meanwhile, it's December right now, and they're probably going to feel a way about this episode right now. But you have to understand, I am an individual with thoughts and feelings as well. And if my experience involves family not being in the best mood around the holidays, then that's what my experience entails. Now, I'm never going to get on my broadcast and disrespect any of my family members, but I am going to talk about my mental experiences with family members. Right now, I'm really trying to stay in this merry and bright and holly jolly mood. And right now, family isn't really in the holly jolly spirit. Neither side of my family is in that mood right now. I get it, but I don't get it because I'm used to coming together with family during the holidays. I'm used to coming together, booking a ticket, flying home for Thanksgiving, booking a ticket, flying home for Christmas, bringing in the new year with my grandmother and my mother eating black-eyed peas off the stove. I'm used to all of that. These are family traditions that I'm used to over the years. But this year, 2024, in the year of our Lord, 2024, it really hasn't been the best year for my family on neither side. And like I said, this is December, but I'm pretty sure that some of my family members are going to come across this episode in April of next year. And then they're going to be like, I didn't know that DeAndre was feeling like that. Yeah, I am. And as I conclude every episode, I want to protect my peace by any means necessary. And if that means staying in my city to keep my holly and jolly spirit and not be around bah humbug energy for the Christmas season, then so be it. I'm protecting my peace, just as I insist everybody do in their lives. I want everybody to protect their peace by any means necessary. If that means being away from the family during the holiday season just so you can rebuild your energy and recharge your battery and refill your cup, you need to do that. Again, this is a mental health broadcast. So we are going to talk about the hard things. We are going to have the hard conversations. I told you all in season 1, most of these episodes are going to make you laugh, cry, upset, angry. You're going to probably log off this episode and come back 10 minutes later like I had to take a breather. This is what these episodes are supposed to do. We're supposed to tap into every emotion and every feeling that involves mental health. So we are going to talk. And because I'm in talks with some higher ups, I'm going to continue to do this. Because there have been some conversations that I've been having behind the scenes that's going to help this show grow to be bigger than what this is. Bigger than YouTube. So me even saying that just puts a smile on my face because I feel that I'm doing something right. It has been a very stressful, very challenging year, but because it's the holidays, because it's the last month of the year, because we are wrapping up 2024, I'm going to be joyful. I'm going to be present, and I'm going to be upbeat because 2025 is soon around the corner, and I have to be ready for what's to come. So, as I fix my ponytail, I have to be prepared for what's to come. I do. You watching this, yeah, you have to be prepared for what's to come in 2025. So recharge your battery right now like I'm doing. You know, this is the mental wellness check segment. Most of you might be in bah humbug spirits. Most of you might not be in a very Christmassy, very happy New Year, very happy Thanksgiving spirit. And that's understandable. But do the best you can to recharge your battery and to refill your cup. Do the best you can. Because what's in store for us next year, nobody knows. But you have to be vigilant. And the only way that you're going to be vigilant with your eyes and your ears open is if you've recharged your battery and you've rejuvenated yourself. So take the month of December to really tap into your emotions and your feelings. Even if you have the use it to tap into your feelings. You know what I'm saying? The end of the year is close The end of the year is near. Be ready for what's to come next year. So again, put in the comment section how you're feeling. I'm going to talk to you after the show. I promise. I haven't really been looking at the comment section because I'm trying to stay focused on what I'm doing here. But I love you all for participating. I will be reaching out to you all in the comment section. So just give me a moment. Let's do the show. I love you all. Uh-oh. I got some news. As I sip my water, this is not, I promise you, this is not a water bottle full of vodka. This is purified drinking water. Kudos to MNPOC Pride for providing me with my water bottle. I love you all. I love my water bottle. Speaking of Minnesota people of color, LGBTQ plus pride, what's on my monitor behind me? Yes, we finally have our dates for Black Pride 25. So everybody who is watching this episode, please save the dates. August 13th to the 17th in the year of our Lord 2025 is Black Pride 25. I do not have the theme for Black Pride 25 as of yet, but do know that these are the dates. August 13th to the 17th, 2025. We will be having our Black Pride celebration here in Minnesota. I'm excited because I do still work for the Minnesota Black Pride organization here. So save the date, please. You are not going to want to miss what's bound to come next year. I hear we got a special guest coming in town, a special celebrity guest, like a big name we're getting in town come August of next year for our festival. So I'm excited. I really am. I'm really excited for what Minnesota Black Pride has to bring because I'm sitting on the planning committee. I'm sitting at the tables. I'm in the conversations with the people who plan Minnesota Black Pride because I work for them. So I'm one of those planners. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. As you can see on my screen, the picture on the top are the award recipients from our first annual Back to Black award ceremony. It won't be called Back to Black every year, but we will be having an award ceremony. This was beautiful. This really was. You had to be there for this event. And then this event here was at Powderhorn, which is really our closing festival. And this is us. You see our tent right here. And it was an amazing, Black Pride 2024 was amazing. So I'm really looking forward to Black Pride 25. Black Pride 25. That was to y'all, my little llama bells. The flyer will be sent out. It will be in our social media platforms, and it will be going out in email correspondences just to let people here in the state of Minnesota know that Black Pride 25 is being planned. These are the dates. I love you all. I look forward to seeing most of you at Black Pride next year, because I will be at all the events, at all of the functions, all in the videos. I will be present and accounted for. So that was my announcement. I was very excited to let you all know about that because anytime my Black people can come together and celebrate Black culture, particularly Black LGBTQIA2 plus people, that is very beautiful to me. That is very just magnanimous to me. It really, as you see what I'm doing with my hands right now, it really just warms my spirits to just see my beautiful Black people just come together and enjoy each other. That's what I'm looking forward to at Black Pride 25. I love saying that. I really, really love saying that. Topic of the week. If you all have tuned in last week, you all know what the topic of this week was. I did say that I was going to do mental triggers today, part 2 for today's episode, because part 1 was last Friday. Yes, we are going to continue talking about mental triggers. I don't know, I might make it a part 3 next week. Who knows? Because mental triggers are something that we as a community, that we as a people need to discuss. Because the second part of my title of my show is Staying Mentally Aware. And there's no way that you can be mentally aware if we're not discussing it. The way that you're going to become mentally aware about something is if I make you aware of it. I love how I'm smelling, by the way, because I'm moving like this and my cologne. It's the mixture of my cologne. And kudos to Bath & Body Works Wallflowers, because Bath & Body Works Wallflowers, the little plug-ins, have really been making my house smell grand. It smells like $1 million in here. Thank you, Bath & Body Works, a.k.a. Whiteborn, a.k.a. It's Whiteborn, right? I believe it's Whiteborn. A.k.a. Wallflowers. I love you. I love fragrance. That's probably one of the reasons why I'm in a very joyful, festive mood right now, because I love that it smells good in here. If it smelled musty in here, I would have a musty look on my face. I probably look musty. But as you can see, I don't. So, mental triggers today, part 2. We need to discuss this. Earlier in this episode, I did say that I was going to put a pin in... Wait a minute. Okay. Earlier in the episode, I said I wanted to put a pin in what I wanted to discuss until the topic of the episode came up, because I'm kind of bothered by a few things. Ever since I had my mental triggers episode last Friday, between last Friday and this Friday, I'm starting to become aware and very cognizant of mental triggers and mental stressors that are triggering me and stressing me out. I'm not badly stressed, but you know, certain little things that happen that has really put a stress in that one good vein that's on the right side of your temple, right here. That, you know, that one good vein that pop out when you get mad. But if it is one of them veins that do this, that be pulsating, you know you need to calm down. But that one good vein, it be stressing out. This one right here, above my right eye, it just be stressing out. And it's time to bring attention and awareness to mental triggers and mental stressors. But before I do that, I want to reiterate, because I know some people are just now tuning in to the Mental Triggers series. Last week I said I had an episode, and the beauty of YouTube is you can go back and watch it right now, or after this episode. Not right now. Don't interrupt what you're doing right now to go back to that. But you can tune in to last week's episode because it's already available. But for those of you who are just now coming to the mental health, the triggers series today, I want to reiterate the facts that I had found last week. Thanks to Google Health and health.gov, I did find a few facts that related to mental triggers and mental stressors that I did illustrate last week, but I want to reiterate them this week. So before I move on, I want to reiterate these 5 facts that I have written down just so it can give a... Wait a minute. Wait. 6. I'm sorry. I had to count the bullet points. 6 facts that I had found last week that I had read on last week's episode. Because these facts bring full circle to this episode. These facts will help bring sense and make sense of what we're discussing right now. You know, you might be watching this episode and thinking, what mental triggers and mental stressors is DeAndre getting ready to talk about? Oh, nails on a chalkboard. That ain't no mental trigger. You don't know mental triggers. And before I read these facts, may I elaborate that there is a difference between mental illness and mental health. Every single person has to deal with their mental health, whether it's emotional, social, spiritual, physical, you name it. Everybody has to deal with their mental health in one way or another. But mental illness is totally different from dealing with your daily mental health. I do want to point that out before I move forward in the episode, because one of my mental triggers is going to be discussed in a minute. Before I do that, like I say, 6 facts courtesy of health.gov and Google Health, I do want to read to you. The first fact says, according to recent data, the COVID-19 pandemic, you know it's always going to circle back to COVID-19. That's basically the main factor that has been not destroying, but really fluctuating people's mental triggers and mental stressors. It's the COVID-19 pandemic and everything that's happened within that time frame. Which, by the way, COVID is not gone. The COVID-19 emergencies have been dropped. All the emergency protocols for COVID-19 has been dropped, but that does not mean COVID-19 is gone. People are still catching COVID. I got a friend that caught COVID last week in 2024. So COVID is not gone. And if you need resources to try to find the latest COVID shot or the latest COVID booster and where you can get it, please email me at ymhmsma@gmail.com. I'm actually in a COVID contract at the job that I work at, and we get COVID information coming down the pipeline from the government every week. So please do not be afraid to reach out to me, whether it's email, phone call, Facebook Messenger, FaceTime, it doesn't matter. Connect with me if you need to find a resource for the latest COVID-19 booster, because I really want to make sure that everybody has been vaccinated so this COVID-19 pandemic cannot be as bad as it was 4 years ago. Amen? Okay. So back to the facts. According to recent data, the COVID-19 pandemic significantly increased the prevalence of anxiety and depression globally, not just in this country, but around the world, with a 25% increase reported by the World Health Organization, highlighting the pandemic as a major mental health trigger for many people worldwide. Additionally, studies show that younger adults are more likely to report increased anxiety related to current events like the economy and the political climate, with many citing stress and sleep disturbances as major factors impacting their mental health. The next fact reads, COVID-19 impact. A 25% increase in global anxiety and depression prevalence was observed during the first year of the pandemic, 2020. The next fact reads, anxiety on the rise. Recent polls show a significant rise in reported anxiety levels among American adults, with concerns about current events like the economy and political climate contributing significantly. And may I add, because it's not written here on my show notes, but may I add the holiday season. I literally just said that at the top of the episode. Some people are in a excuse me, some people are in a bah humbug spirit right now. And the holiday season is not the best. I know of two people who recently lost their grandmothers just a month ago, back in November before Thanksgiving. So, of course, their headspace is not in a very great place. Their mental headspace is really not good. And they're not really looking to put up a Christmas tree or go sing carols or put up Christmas decorations in their house. Mentally, a lot of people are really in a bah humbug spirit for the holidays. But that does not mean that people who are in a joyful mood have to be surrounded by that. But I do want to bring awareness to people who are not in the best holiday spirit like I am. The next fact reads, generational differences. Younger adults between the ages of 18 and 34, good thing I'm 40, but still, tend to report higher levels of anxiety and are more likely to identify social connections as a key factor affecting their mental health. The last fact that I have here is stress as a major factor. Many individuals report stress as the primary factor impacting their mental health, with concerns about current events being particularly prevalent. Now, here it says, read any emails I received within the last week pertaining to mental triggers. I have not received any emails pertaining to mental triggers, but I have been receiving emails around everything else. Some things I'm not supposed to read on the air, which that's how I protect not only my peace, but the peace of other people. I want to try to keep a peaceful and tranquil environment and atmosphere for the people that tune into my show every week. So I don't have any emails from people who were talking about their mental triggers, but that is your writing prompt. If you're tuning into this, email me, ymhmsma@gmail.com. Let me know what triggers you. What triggers you? Based on what you just heard in the facts that I just read, what triggers you other than the political climate and the economy and the holiday season? What are your mental triggers and your mental stressors? Please email me, or if you feel confident enough, put it in the comment section and let me know what triggers you. I'm glad I am asking this question out loud because I'm going to talk about what's been triggering me since last week's episode. And one of my triggers tie into my self-care management segment, because this week I do have a self-care management segment. And I'm going to delve more into this, but one thing that really triggers me is younger people who abuse, neglect, disrespect, or mistreat the elderly. I am so pissed off with how the elderly population has been treated this year. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Excuse my language. But I'm just taken aback by how fucking rude some of these young people have been to the elderly. Case in point, my grandmother, who I love and adore so much. Kudos to Gail Gregoire Williams. I know you're watching. If you're not watching right now, you're going to see this. But I am so upset when, say for example, my grandmother goes to the grocery store at her older age. And people don't want to open the door for her. People don't want to. Yes, okay. I'm gonna get to you, but let me finish my thought real quick. People don't want to open the door for my grandmother. People don't want to, like, if you go to the grocery store, she moves slow. Everybody can visually see that this woman is moving slow. Why can't you help her to the car with her groceries? Why does she have to keep coming back and forth to the eye doctor for something, a mistake, a lazy ass mistake that an employee made with her glasses or her prescription on her lenses. Like, it is really mind-boggling to me how young people are mistreating the elderly. I have another example. And I know some of you are going to just be like, oh my goodness, once I say this. My apartment manager, who I love so much, that woman, she is such a little old sweet lady. Think Sophia Petrillo from the Golden Girls. Think her, but without the glasses and not the curly hair. But think Sophia from the Golden Girl. This is my apartment manager I'm talking about. This woman has really been through a year. Since November of 2023 up until now, this woman has really been through it. From falling to bruising herself to just really not being the person that she was when she was younger. You know, old age happens. Young people who are watching this episode, you all know old age happens. You see old age happening all the time. You're going to eventually get older. But yes, my apartment manager has really not been in her, she's been in her right mind. She just hasn't been mobile. Like my grandmother, her mobility has slowed down. Why is my left eye bothering me? Lisa Left Eye Lopez, are you trying to tell me something right now from the beyond? Lisa Lopez, we'll talk after the episode, but don't let my don't be letting my left eye itch. But this woman has been on a walker. I'm not talking about one of those where you got to scoot with it. I'm talking about the really nice one that my grandmother has with the wheels on it that fold up. And by the way, my grandmother told me how much those cost. Even though the insurance may have paid partially for it, she gets a bill. And she showed me how much those walkers cost. Those walkers are not cheap. So yes, the elderly people that have those nice walkers with the wheels on them really do the best they can to keep hold of those walkers and make sure that they don't let them out of their sight. Why did somebody steal my apartment manager's walker 3 days ago? Why in the hell? Mind you, there are not a lot of older people who live in this complex anymore. When I first moved in here 7 years ago, yes, I said it, I've been here 7 years. That's one thing you need to know about a Scorpio. We are very loyal. And if we love you, we love you. If we don't, we don't. There is no gray area with us. There is no, well, maybe I will, maybe If we love you, we love you. If we don't, we don't. So if I love my apartment, yes, I will stay here for 5 to 10 years. And I've already made it year number 7. But been here 7 years, have never thought that I would see disrespectful young people towards the elderly. But this woman has not done nothing to nobody for her walker to be stolen. That's a trigger to me. Because excuse my language again, but why in the fuck would somebody steal an elderly person's walker? Now, I know I'm supposed to be in my little llama. I'm looking at my llama. She reminded me it's holiday time, DeAndre. Don't be, I know, llama. It's okay. I'm just trying to prove a point. Why in the hell would somebody steal an elderly person's walker? This woman didn't put this walker, she didn't use this walker for the last 4 or 5 months. Why in the hell would somebody steal somebody's walker? I literally went downstairs and saw the note posted on the wall. It said, on December 10th, my walker was stolen. If anybody accidentally took it, which ain't no way in hell somebody gonna accidentally take a walker and just walk off with it. But she was real polite, very demure, and on the note, it was, well, if somebody accidentally happened to have taken it, could you please return it back to me? I really need it. There's no way in the world this elderly woman should have had to write a note like that. I was pissed off when I saw that. I was highly pissed off. Because I'm like, at the holidays, why is theft so high? Like the theft rate has really risen here in Minnesota. I don't know what part of the country you're watching this episode in or what part of the world, because you know I'm international, baby. But I don't like elderly mistreatment. And I don't know how it is for you and wherever you watching, but I don't like the theft. I don't like elderly mistreatment. I don't like people stealing from 70, 80-year-old men and women. These men and women who are older, who have really laid the foundation for us here in America, or helped to lay the foundation for us in America, are getting stolen from. Like, you're stealing the stuff that they need. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It really is. And yes, I really want my apartment manager to get her walker back, because she cannot move without it. And I don't even know if she has a second walker. But it's really mind-boggling to me how the elderly mistreatment has increased in this country. It really is bad. It's really bad. Another trigger of mine, and I know you all might laugh at me, but you got to understand mental triggers and mental stressors. I'm stressed the hell out at sirens from emergency vehicles, police cars, fire trucks, ambulances. I'm like, what the hell? I have to hear 4 or 5 sirens a day outside my window. My area has not gotten that bad. I thought that me knowing that I stayed, I got to make sure my side ponytail is fixed. I thought that me knowing that I stayed a block down the street from the fire department and the police station was a good thing. It has not been a good thing for the last 2 years. Since 2022, it's been 5 to 6 sirens per day. I'm like, do I fucking live in the projects? What the hell? Like, what is going on? Do I live in a third world country right now? Is it that much crime in my area? Now, when I moved over here 7 years ago, it wasn't this bad. It was really very quiet, very friendly people. In the last 7 years, the dichotomy and the community over in my area has changed. I don't know, my hands just be doing whatever. The dichotomy and the demographic in my area has changed dramatically the last 2 years. And I'm like, what the hell is really going on in this area? Is it that much crime? Are y'all getting super high and lighting incense and burning y'all apartments and houses down? So I gotta hear a fire truck siren twice a day? What is really going on in this area? Me, I'm sitting here before you on my mental health broadcast discussing my mental triggers and my mental stressors. I'm stressed the hell out on this sirens thing. Me hearing a siren, I'm surprised I ain't hearing one right now during the episode. I think I heard a police car last week when I was live, and I had to look over to my left in my tweet voice. I'm like, what is happening? I don't mind hearing this, but sirens 5 to 6 times a day, is it that bad? Y'all ain't that bad over here. Y'all aren't that bad. Y'all are not, y'all cannot possibly be that bad. I constantly have to wet my whistle because sitting here and talking to you all for an hour to an hour and a half, I got throat be dry. But I got to make sure that I keep my whistle wet so I can be able to talk to you all. But yes, sirens outside my house. I'm like, what the heck? Like, oh my gosh. Ugh. And then I might be laying on the couch watching something on Netflix, trying to get in the mood, trying to get in my mental headspace to where I can just relax. I hear a fire truck outside. I'm like, oh my goodness. Y'all really messing up my vibe right now. Then not only do you hear a fire truck, you're going to hear a police car after that, then another police vehicle after that, then another emergency vehicle after. I'm like, oh my. My Lord, today, I'm just sitting here discussing my triggers. That's all. And the only thing I could do about that is to move into another area where I'm not a block down the street from the police and the police station and the fire department, because this ain't it. You know, I haven't had to call the police. I had to call the police maybe 3 years ago, maybe 4, on a chick that was banging on my door for no reason when I was in the shower. She was spazzing out and broke my doorbell off my door. So I had to call. I didn't call the police. My neighbor across the hall called the police on her ass. And that was the only time I had to deal with the police. Oh, and the other time when me and my brother was singing Whitney Houston songs loud with the windows open at 4 in the morning. I had the police called on me then too. So that was the only 2 times I had to deal with the police at my house in 7 years. But the sirens outside, I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, what is happening in the country? What is happening in this community right now? We're discussing mental triggers and mental stressors. I ain't done yet. I opened the book for the conversation last Friday. 7 days later, I'm bringing awareness and cognizance to what my mental triggers and my mental stressors are. And the goal of me sitting on this episode and discussing my mental triggers and stressors is to help you become aware of what yours are. Another mental trigger of mine: fake ass supporters. Excuse my language. I'm so tired of fake ass support, I don't know what the hell to do. Like, if you say you're going to watch my show, don't lie to me. I am not the type of person where you can pull the wool over my eyes and piss on my leg and tell me that it's raining outside when you straight doing an R. Kelly on my leg right now. Like, why you peeing on me? I'm so sick of this. Do not tell me that you're going to support me when I know who does and who doesn't. That is a mental trigger of mine. Because with this being a mental health broadcast and me doing this since 2019 and me trying to grow this into a very magnanimous, very successful broadcast and make it nationally syndicated, the support is really needed. The support is necessary. Don't lie to me and tell me that you done seen the show. I got 15 episodes now. Do know that I have analytics that I can bring up that shows me who watched what. So for somebody to lie through their teeth to my face and tell me, oh, I'm supporting you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Don't waste your breath. Just do it, in my Nike slogan voice. Be like Nike and just do it. Quit talking about it. Be about it. If you're going to support, support. I really appreciate that. If you're not, do know I have enough avid supporters who support me on a regular, consistent basis. I am at the point now where I am really taking this show very serious, and I want to take the support for the show very serious. So if you're lying through your teeth and telling me that you're supporting and I know you're not, that's a mental trigger of mine. It's a mental trigger because, again, this is a mental health broadcast. So it's going to affect me mentally and emotionally when you tell me one thing and you're really not doing it. Don't be a mental stressor in somebody's life by lying. Don't lie. Just be there. Support. That was the purpose of yesterday's randomly dropped gem. Are you going to be the person in the car rocking with them until the wheels fall off? Or are you going to get out of the car when you feel like it? Think about it. Don't tell me that you'll rock with somebody until the wheels fall off, and as soon as you catch a flat tire, you hitting the heels. It's nothing but a flat tire. The wheel ain't fell off. You're not going to get out the car and help pump the air in the tire or change the tire. You just go take off. When shit hits the fan, you just go take the hell off. That's not no support. That's not support. Amen. I saw that. I saw that amen. I heard that saw that church finger. But yes, I'm being serious. Like, quit fake ass supporting. Go into 2025 and beyond supporting your people. If you know that you've been receiving support from a particular individual, it costs nothing to support them back. Like I said at the top of this episode, you don't have to have a YouTube account to watch this show. All you have to do is watch. But don't waste your breath telling me that you're watching the show when you're really not. I would really respect it even more if you looked me in my two eyes and you were face to face and you told me, DeAndre, I've been tuning in to your mental health matters, and it's really not a show that I can't get into. You know, it's really, I thought I could, but I can't. Maybe I need to watch it a little more. That's honest. But don't lie. Don't lie. Don't be a liar. Don't be a liar. Liar. Don't be that. Please don't lie. Because, lying. And I talked about two of my main triggers in this episode. A liar and a thief. And I've mentioned both of those as mental triggers of mine. Because it's a trigger when you lie to me. It's also a trigger when you steal from me. But when I witness other good people having things stolen from them, having their hard-earned belongings stolen from them, that pisses me off. Because they didn't deserve that. Another mental trigger. See, all my mental triggers and mental stresses are coming to me out of the atmosphere. Another mental trigger. People who stay in bad moods all day, every day. There is no justification for your bad mood 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I know you didn't have something good happen in your life to where it will put a smile on your face. But for you to wake up on the wrong side of the bed Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that makes no sense to me. You cannot possibly be this person in a 30-day period. Every last one of those 30 days, you've been upset. You woke up with the chip on your shoulder. for 30 days straight. Now, that's one thing to come to me and vent to me and explain to me what's been going on so I can understand why you've been upset for 30 days. But for you to just come in the room and just blare and just yeah, like, no. You are not getting ready to have an attitude with no reasoning behind it. You had a bad day at work, that's understandable. Even though it doesn't give you no justification to have an attitude with your family member or your close friend, because your family member and your close friend didn't have nothing to do with your bad day at work. But you're just coming in the room just, oh my God. Stop. Again, I'm bringing awareness to mental triggers and mental stressors. I want to bring awareness to your mental triggers and mental stressors. Because it makes no sense, especially around the holidays, for somebody who's as festive as I am to be surrounded around people who have a chip on their shoulder every single damn day. I'm always fixing my little ponytail, but it's gonna go to the back again. I like my little gold hat. That's what, how many mental triggers was that? 4? I can keep going on and on, but I really just want to bring awareness to mental triggers and mental stressors, because even though you might be watching this episode and be like, DeAndre this, DeAndre that, DeAndre and his antics, DeAndre and his animation. Yes, I'm all of that. But I'm still speaking some real truth to y'all. I'm still speaking some real shit to y'all. Because mental triggers and mental stressors are a real thing. And when I bring awareness to them and you all pay attention to your mental triggers and mental stressors, then it's going to make you realize, okay, that does trigger me. Or okay, that is a stressor of mine. What do I need to do to make sure that my peace is protected by any means necessary? And what else do I need to do to stay away from what triggers or stresses me out? This is the point of today's discussion. I just want to let you all know that you all are not alone in your mental triggers and your mental stresses. You might be stressing out over something very minute, but based on the 4 mental triggers that I just explained to you, it should let you realize your little minute stressors and mental triggers are not minute at all. If they are a trigger for you, they're a stressor for you, they're a stressor for you. Just because it's a stressor for you doesn't mean that I need to turn a blind eye to that. If I know that you have expressed to me that leaving a quarter of milk in the milk carton in the refrigerator is a mental trigger of yours, then I'm going to make sure that I don't leave the last bit of milk in the refrigerator. If I know that this much Kool-Aid in the pitcher is a mental stressor of yours, I'm going to make sure that I drink that little swallow of Kool-Aid, because I do swallow. I had to wet my whistle a minute. But no, seriously, if there are certain triggers that you have expressed to me, I'm going to make sure that I do the best I can to not trigger you or not stress you out. I'm being very serious. I'm very cognizant of my surroundings. I know how to walk into a room and read the room. I know how to code switch. I know how to be a human being with humanity, which is really lacking. And with me saying that, that's another mental trigger of mine. The lack of humanity. When people come into my atmosphere lacking humanity, that's a mental trigger of mine. I'm triggered by that. Like, don't trigger me to go into another. Don't trigger me to go into a. Don't make me laugh. I'm trying to be serious. Don't trigger me to go into a headspace that's really going to be bad for me. I don't like being in that. Now, with me saying that aloud, because I did mention that a mental trigger of mine is the lack of humanity, and I did say that the lack of humanity does make me go into a bad mental headspace, and this is me being serious in this moment right now, because that bad mental headspace that I was in 4 years ago was really bad. It was like suicidal bad. Like I was on the verge of suicide again. Since we're being serious right now. And no, this is not a laughing matter. I'm being very serious in this moment. And that's one thing that I love about my audience and you all paying attention to me and my personality. You know when I'm being in my antics and when I'm being in my little funny, and you know when I'm being serious. And right now I'm being very serious when it comes to suicide, because suicide is not something that we should play around with. And 4 years ago, I was in a very bad mental place. I was in a very dark place, a very suicidal place 4 years ago. I didn't think that I was worthy enough. I don't want to say that imposter syndrome kicked in, but imposter syndrome kind of kicked in a little bit. And I wasn't really in a good place. I was in a very dark place mentally. A lot of people lacked humanity. I had COVID for 4 months. I didn't think I was going to get better. I was a wreck. I was a huge wreck. I could have took my own life 4 years ago, but God did it. God got me out of that. I'm so glad that I do have the strength, the courage, and the determination that I do have. Because of my upbringing, I'm still here. I do not ever want to go back to that dark place that I was in, not only 4 years ago, but what year was that? 4 years ago, I was in a dark place, and maybe 5 years prior to that, I was in a dark place again. No. I've been HIV positive for 15 years. It was when I first contracted HIV. I was in a dark place as well. So I've been in a very dark, suicidal place 2 times. And that's not a good place to be for me. And I say all that to say the lack of humanity can potentially put me back in that same dark place again, and I really don't want to go in that. So again, protecting my peace by any means necessary means avoiding people who lack humanity right now. If you're not a human being who understands other humans, I can't be around you right now, because it's going to start making me feel unworthy, and it's going to start making me feel like I'm not enough or I don't have no value. And I can't go into that place again. If I go into that place again, I won't be able to sit here with you and talk to you every Friday at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? So I say all this to say, please be aware of your mental triggers, because as light as some people might take your triggers and your stressors, you should not take your mental triggers and mental stressors lightly. If it is something that you know will put you in a very dark place or put you in a headspace of, I don't feel valued, you have to avoid that. You have to. You have to do the very best you can to stay aware and alert of your surroundings and stay away from people, places, and things that are shit. You don't need bullshit in your life right now. Keep that away. Stay in your lane. Continue to moisturize your skin. Continue to drink your water and continue to mind your business. Going off into other people's lanes is what gets you in trouble. I'm talking to somebody out there. You get in trouble that way. And I don't want nobody getting into trouble. I love how swiftly I can move through my show. This is amazing. Self-care management segment, my problem and solution. Every self-care management segment I do, whenever I do one, because last week I didn't do one because I had combined the topic and the self-care management segment together. But this week, anytime I have a self-care management segment, it's a problem and then my solution that I have to that problem. I kind of did touch on my problem, which is elderly abuse, mistreatment, disrespect, or neglect. That is my problem. My solution to that, because I talked about why that's a mental stressor of mine. I don't really like elderly people who are slow in moving or need a walker or need a cane. They get their cane or their walker stuck. That is really, that pisses me off. It really does. And the solution to my problem is to continue to be the change that everybody wants to see me be in the world. I can't hold everybody else accountable, but I definitely can hold myself accountable. So I want to continue to be the change that everybody wants DeAndre Morris Jr. to be in this world and continue to move forward. Be respectful to elderly people. Be respectful to the people in the nursing homes. Be respectful to people in hospitals. Be respectful to the youth. Be respectful to everybody that I come across. Do not disrespect them because everybody is going through something. Not everybody has it all together. Everybody does not have it all together. Quiet as kept. Every single person does not have it all together. Not even the richest person in the world has it all together. So you got to be cognizant and aware of people when you see that they don't have it all together. Be nice. Be a kind human in this world. Please. I'm asking you. Follow my lead and just be nice to people. It costs nothing to be a nice human. Nothing. Next episode, it is Friday, December 20th at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Same network, the YouTube, same broadcast, same mental health dialogue. Friday, December 20th, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. The next episode of Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware. I love when I can sit here and actually have dialogue with you all because you all get it. My avid viewers, they get it. You do. You understand it. And you understand me. You understand where I come from. You understand my personality. You understand that I'm cozy in my skin and cozy with who I am. And you all love that for me. So I adore you. I really am grateful for your existence on earth. But tune in to next Friday's episode. Just letting you know that there is an episode coming up. I cannot stand when that happens. Oh, shit. I cannot stand when that happens. Okay, whatever. I'm just looking at, with me being a one-man production, I'm glad that you all see everything that I'm over here going through with this production stuff because yeah. Closing gem of the week is my last week's gem. I got to remind you all, it's the holidays. Don't forget, it's the holiday time. Put a smile on your face. When you're at the grocery store, smile to the cashier and say, season's greetings, and Happy New Year to you. Put some kindness into your heart. I know everybody is not really in the best mood. Every single individual that watched this episode may not have a smile on their face, but it's the holidays. It's time for you to be aware of how you are, and do not be a bah humbug spirit in people's atmosphere who love the holidays. Just do the best you can to not be a Scrooge for the holiday time, because this isn't the time for that. It really isn't. It's the holiday time. Happy holidays. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for joining me for another installment of Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware. We're here. We discuss mental health on a whole new level. I have been your highly educated, beautifully melanated, and also animated host by the name of DeAndre Morris Jr. Thank you so much for always being here with me. I'm going to log off. Oh, and yes, last week I did have my cookies. Because I did end the episode last week with, oh, I need some cookies. I baked some cookies. I was serious about that. But I need delivery. So, it's Friday. I'm trying to relax. I love you all. This has been another installment of the show. Please don't forget to send me your emails at ymhmsma@gmail.com. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel at Focal Point 2, or just type my name, DeAndre Morris Jr., in the search bar. You will see this pop up. When you see this pop up in my cover photo, you found the right place. So, I love you all. Season's greetings. Happy holidays. Shaboing boing. I love y'all. I adore you all. I admire you all. I need to relax. I had to think about what I was going to say. But yes, tune in next week. We'll be discussing further. It might be a part 3. It might not be. But you all love the dialogue, and I appreciate you for it. So, with all that said, you know how I conclude my episodes. Protect your peace by any means necessary, and do nothing without intention. Do not step foot into the world without doing things with intention. Don't be unintentional with things that you do. Have a purpose and a reason behind everything that you do, because Jesus is the reason for the season. Bye.